Welcome everybody, here's your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to Victoria 3. Welcome back to our current playthrough with Denmark in 1850. Welcome back to this modded version, foremost with Morgenröte, and at this point right away shout out to Lord R19 who has been commenting and from the modding team and actively supporting this one, letting me know stuff and apparently even adding characters and artists, composers and so forth, historical people to the Denmark content, so we can be hyped about this one, maybe encountering them. I guess it was updated in the background. We shall see where this is going, hopefully somewhere. And yeah, before we get started into this one, first of all, a little bit of an excuse from my side. I was a little bit negligent of the channel, or didn't manage to upload new stuff the last 2 weeks. Kind of was too busy or stuck up with hot summer weather, weddings, and yeah, I've also started my master thesis in the last month, so I'm constantly, it's kind of under pressure to do something and yeah, trying to prioritize stuff, which is always tough. And then sometimes it happens that the channel falls apart a bit or like comes last in the prioritization. Sorry for this one, since I'm not professional here. This is what happens sometimes, and I cannot promise always to keep up my 3 videos a week. However, I'll try to be better, and at least to some extent, I think in the rest of the year, apart from one upcoming holiday for 3 weeks, I'm going to be home basically writing my thesis, and at the same time I should be down playing some games and recording stuff here and there. Yeah, let's see where this is going. Apart from this, back to the game. We are here in 1850. Recently we lost Holstein to Prussia's pressure. Yeah, we might be going to lose Schleswig as well. We cannot, Lord R19, oh damn, the names, who was wrote on, we cannot increase autonomy until 1853, because it is true, Puppet is a little bit weird, this should be our personal union, I assume. But yeah, it's details, and it's most likely that we're gonna lose this one as well, unless we manage to get some kind of a defense treaty or a... Wait, they are... yeah? Guarantee, and in this case let's have a quick look, since they seem to be... Oh, we are paying what, and they're paying as a bit of support, right? So we can actually lower this, and then maybe the Brits will guarantee us. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Yeah, in our financial situation I don't want to... oh, 5%, yeah, fuck. Maybe the payment is 6. The British guarantee would be worth the payment. Or we're gonna wait. How long do we gonna have this one? Is there a truce until 53 years left? Maybe. Nah, probably we're gonna forget about it in this case. Is it wise to do it? No, Russia doesn't want to do that at all. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave the payments from Britain a bit, because at the moment our financial situation is still a bit tense. So let's see where we're going with this one. And this is also gonna be quite interesting to see if with these setbacks we're gonna get through with these little numbers. Interesting to see. Yeah. And yeah, we're gonna keep on going, by the way, and of course with our progress towards Hygge. So we need to get richer and get a very social and yeah, educated country, I guess. Therefore we go with joint stock companies. A joint stock company is one whose ownership is divided into a number of shares, which are held unequally by many investors who derive dividends from our company according to the size of portion they own. This allows trading of partial ownership and investment by both rich and middle class businessmen. And we have, okay, another, there we go. We're done with our centralization efforts. A little bit sad, not good for the roll fork, which we hopefully don't have too much any long anymore. Let's see how we continue. Is there any value in the pollution regulation? I doubt it at the moment. We shouldn't have too much propertied women, it's okay. Poor laws. Here we had the problem of the migration, right? Apart from the migration attraction, which in the moment doesn't make too much of a difference, but midterm, I feel like we need definitely some people coming. So no, I'm not gonna invest in business focus over there. We have racial segregation already, so Europeans could come. Some kind of parliament would be nice at some point. But I feel like we do not have a lot of groups in the government or interest groups that would support this at the moment, so... Is there anything to do right now? Can there any proportional taxation? Oh. Apparently we'd lose some. And the industrialists become unhappy. Good to know that we could do that, but let's wait with this also. How's the investment pool? Yeah, it's not that huge. We Euro-capitalists can still invest, and I don't want to antagonize them yet. Foreign perception. Yeah, this is something I think I would like to do. Oh damn, I totally didn't check, of course, as I talked about the music while realizing right now. I really hope that YouTube is not having huge problems. Let me know down in the comments, by the way, once again, if you guys watch my videos and you have no problems with the music. If you're American and there's some like complete drops out of sound, that would be really annoying to hear. Let me know in the comments, and otherwise I can easily deactivate the mod, which I do definitely enjoy to have a little bit of different music in there also over time. So yeah, that's what I'd like to see about. That's why I'm doing it. Okay, here we have we're strengthening landowners. That's the main downside of foreign perception. I feel like by some authority, a little bit too strong. Maybe we're not gonna do a lot right now, but keep on babbling. Yeah, it's also been some time, guys, since I played this game. Actually, also 2 weeks since the last recording. So sorry, I need to. It takes some time for me to get in. Yeah, here we want to go probably towards manufacturing, I think, rather than light industry. Heavy industry doesn't make sense. Just we have no iron and coal. Unused construction, I can't believe that one. Okay, here we're going. Yeah, it's just. I think I'm not going to control this too heavily right now. I think they were planned nicely before. They had logistics unlocked. That's good. Miasma theory. With every day that Dr. Bondi focuses more and more on new research methods, traditional miasma theory becomes less relevant. Germ theory seems more convincing. There we go. And the germ theory seems to have won now. Actually, I've never seen the miasma. To be honest, in this one, I never really looked too deeply. I don't know if ever miasma went through. Given the overwhelming evidence for the germ theory and the equally overwhelming evidence against miasma theory, a medical paradigm shift has occurred. It is not least thanks to Dr. Bondi that the germ theory has now become established. Miasma theory is a typical example of a scientific thesis that is difficult to refute, as is it presumably confirmed everywhere. The fact that cleaning and hygiene regulations for clean air ensured that some diseases actually disappeared seemed to be confirmed in the 19th century. At the same time, it prevented medical science from making breakthroughs in a wide variety of fields because the true causes and thus the actual healing methods remained unknown. From now on, doctors will have greater success in finding treatment methods, and the path is clear for research into pathogens and vaccines. Okay. Yeah, and once again here, Morgenröte is, I feel like, doing a fantastic job writing these texts, doing this background research. I mean, I'm not yet a historian, however, I've studied, and over the years I actually ended up with a lot of, let's say, economical history in the 19th century also. I like a lot of different, it's one of my problems, I don't have a clear focus yet. However, I see there's like all these detailed histories to talk about it, especially 19th century here with all these developments that make our time a lot like it is today. There's all these little things I haven't heard of yet, and like this miasma theory and this is germs. Of course, medical history, it's not my field, but yeah, it's what I'm saying with this is like I'm really appreciating the research and I see the effort that has been put in. So thank you guys, and once again, shout out. Happy to represent here for you a bit. The strange case of Hans Obelitz. Dr. Bondi has investigated the strange case of foreman Hans Obelitz, who is a Danish jingoist. During an explosion, an iron rod shot from bottom to top through his skull, creating a large wound channel. According to Dr. Bondi, he was physically recovered after a few weeks, and his intellectual abilities, including perception, memory, intelligence, language ability, as well as his motor skills, were completely intact. However, in the period following the accident, Obelitz experienced noticeable personality changes. Horrible accident. Blah, 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 blah. I leave it as for psychotherapeutic points. Yeah, I don't know where he's. I haven't even noticed this guy yet, so I'm not getting into details right now. Building mines in Danish Togo. Okay, these ones I will. Sorry, but I already invested sometimes, but investing in Togo right now is not my priority. That, even though probably it would have been, I don't know how to. Let's have a look at the market. Such a small country, the chance for us to really make a quick impact over here is so little. That's, we have subventions, right? We're paying lots of subventions at the moment. No, it's okay. Sulfur price, that what I wasn't to check out. Nah, it's okay that we're not doing Togo right now, but we're gonna be back there. Ooh, institutionalization. In view of the unacceptable conditions in some mental asylums, doctors and political figures are pushing for the practices there to be reformed. They advocate secluded places where psychiatrists can live a lonely life with their patients far from traffic. The modern era of institutionalized provision for the care of the mentally ill began in clearly 19th century with large state-led efforts. Public mental asylums were established in Britain after the passing of the 1808 County Asylums Act. This empowered magistrates to build rate-supported asylums in every county to house the many pauper lunatics. The Lunacy Act 1845 was an important landmark in the treatment of the mentally ill, as it explicitly changed the status of mentally ill people to patients who required treatment. The Act created the Lunacy Commission headed by Lord Shaftesbury to focus on lunacy legislation reform. General Journal of Psychiatry should be mentioned as an organ of German institution of psychiatry between 1830 and 60. It was founded by Heinrich Damerow together with Karl Friedrich Flemmlich and Christian Friedrich Wilhelm Roller in 1844. Uh-huh. Yeah, again, I think I mentioned this before, philanthropic, this is a standard, I don't know, political and economic change, philanthropic societies, yep. That's good. That's exactly what we need, the mentality here in Hygge, Denmark, or coming up Hygge, Denmark. Back to psychiatry, history is kind of a similar field that I was talking about. Very fancy these days, I feel like, in history science, or at least I've heard. I'm not a professional scientist yet, or I don't know if I'm going to be. However, what I'm saying is, like, I've seen several contributions in the field of psychological sciences these days, or like psychological history in certain talks. So a lot of people seem to be interested in this right now, and I was also fascinated that it's also quite new. And once again, well done, Morgenröte, picking this up. Kind of cool. Also, my friend here used to work also in an asylum here, not so far from my place, which is quite famous, and I actually want to go to the museum of that one. Have to go check it out. It has one of the first ones here, I think, next to Munich, called Haar. I don't know if it was one of the first in Germany or in Bavaria, I'm not sure. It was definitely also obviously abused heavily during Nazi times for, yeah, in the end euthanasia projects. I don't know details, but yeah, we'll have to, I'm going to go and check it out. I'm not going to report too much here, but if you guys are interested, it's definitely worth, I think, a visit or a deeper look. In the meantime, we're going to, while talking about these tough topics, are we going to do some... Come on, check out the sulfur mines, check out the volcanoes in Iceland, that's good. Character treatment. No, you're doing the research, right? Like, definitely not gonna do character treatment in the meantime. Newspapers and books. How's AP Möller doing, by the way? We don't have any investment rights anywhere, right, yet. So if there's no need to... In Sweden... There's no need to start regional HQs yet. I mean... Denmark gets a 10th medical congress permanently. France is inviting the leading medical nations to, yeah, scarlet fever. Okay, of course they're coming. And new calculations on the age of the Earth. Yeah, this is something... Who's supposed to believe this pseudo-geological nonsense? I don't want to read all of this, because to be honest here, once again, this is something I'm probably less interested in the psychology history, but also, I mean, science history in general. And once again, let me know if you're extremely hyped about it and you want to know some more, or give me a hint, then I'm gonna read this also. And we have a new paleontologist. We don't have one, then we're definitely gonna have him, Dr. Jonstrup. And he seems to be a historical person. So let me know if is it one of the new additions. He will be definitely useful to us. And of course we're gonna celebrate having him. Dr. Jonstrup, haven't heard of him yet. Oh, it's definitely in West also here. Can we do this with science, also with arts as well? Patronize, we're doing this. Okay. Let's have, by the way, look which one we should foster next. We have... Are we lacking anybody? I mean... Anthropologist there. Wow. Quite a setup here. Can we... Okay. I'm surprised. Oh. Okay, this one wasn't hit yet. He's here. Our paleontologist. Systemize fossils or build a Cretaceous scenery. Cretaceous. Okay. No, we don't have the money right now, so let's have him, Mr. This market liberal Frederick Jonstrup just work for himself for a little bit. That's okay. In the meantime, we have this. Who is this right now? Berlioz. Damnation the Faust. Okay. Berlioz is Spanish. Don't condemn me if I'm wrong with this one. I like classical music. I listen to it to some extent, but I love the good old Ludwig van der Lot and Tchaikovsky. Recently listened to Brahms. That was also nice. Today again, you're getting the full FHQ of my life. Normally I do like drum and bass music, so and hip hop, so it's a wild mix. I like music. Maybe one day you're gonna have Nux, the drum and bass world sub-channel here. Let's see. Let's go Scarlet Fever, because this was definitely the thing. I've read these in other games, so here's this medical congress, so this time not. We're sending Dr. Bondi to participate in the description of Scarlet Fever, because, I mean, that's what they called for. I mean, we could allow them to get investment rights, but, I mean, the active colonies, the South Cameroon was maybe a weird one, but okay. I mean, it's growing. And I haven't seen any HP Moller sign down here. Yeah, in the multiplayer, Rheinmetall had a big colony over here. That was weird to me. Rossini alla danza. Wait. Speed 3, we should go back to 4. And in the meantime, yeah, is anything medical vision? Given the main focus of the conference, doctors and biologists have voted to shift all efforts to combating a specific disease in the next few years. Okay. Here now we're building all these specific industries, but at some point we wanted to have them here. Just, I mean, of course we're gonna be mainly traders, don't get me wrong. But some baseline industry doesn't hurt us. I think also increasing here this to 10 over time. A quick look at our trade. Yeah, still the bacon. Merchant marine, that's good. Fish, fruits. While importing these things. Yeah, luxury furniture. Hopefully we can soon at least luxury stuff avoid by building here our factories. Do we have some of them running already properly? Copenhagen bankers are not that active yet. Oh, the steel is the problem, yeah. Yeah, we have to import steel, that's obviously the case. I mean, minority movement in where? Minority in general. The youth will loot Denmark into the... Yeah, I think we can. Let's have a quick look. I think it shouldn't be too huge. But I think just from this, what we are trying to achieve, this fits. The youth will lead Denmark into the future. We have still these old, a little bit reactionary lads hanging, or here with Christian, not Frederick, who's Frederick's following as a Democrat. Oh yeah, we're really expecting a lot from him for the future of a more liberal and more happy Hygge Denmark, but let's see. In the meantime, we have our mountaineering going on. Tage Michaelsen returns with steadier hand and a braver heart. Years of training, oh yeah. Gets brave, fantastic. Capital interests. The interest of the landowners in the lucrative opium trade with Austria, okay, has led them to begin lobbying in favor of a closer ties with Austria. Okay, let's do that. It makes it okay. I mean, it's also just geostrategically. Do we have a treaty with Convention of Linz? Yeah. And they're actually paying us something. That's always we have to, like with our financial problems, some bigger powers doing that. I guess they're not willing to give us any in. Nobody wants us to build in their country, and that's all we want. No mining accident. Yeah, industrialists taking the extra strength here. Here, I think that's really the problem with a small country and small economy like we do have, is we have a quite fluctuating profitability of the companies, but at some point we're going to be there. The medical congress ends, doctors and microbiologists are on their way home again and bringing back numerous findings. That's good. Yeah, Brazil, that's also good. I mean, let's maybe try to improve with some South American countries. I mean, they have in the end also resources that long term we definitely need to have. New veins of ore, great. This was on the southern Iceland, right? More experience and gets prospected, that's really good. Here's something going on in India that we really don't care for. Yeah. And we lost Schleswig. Is there any... No, let's not think to expansionists right now. I mean, a lot of people from the units. Viewers would obviously like that one. Somebody's building here the railway by our investment pool in Norway. But yeah, we are not an we are still don't have, like, basically we have a shitty army and a shitty... For tiny countries it might be enough for like taking a foothold over here, but I mean, find this absolutely not realistic. Or did somebody right now thinking of going here to the Arab Peninsula from Denmark? I doubt it. Just in Denmark, everyone from the upper strata to the lower strata reads newspapers. The masses consume wide variety of news through newspapers, from tense incidents between countries far away abroad to the bizarre murder of a local prostitute. From this perspective, the much mocked newspaper has made one practical contribution. It has taught people. By the way, I feel like maybe I have a little bit less loud here. I taught people how to read and gave them a hobby of reading the printed word. Emile Zola, Paris newspaper. Newspapers, entertainment, lower strata. I think that's not a bad idea, political role newspapers play, because it can help us. I think it's mostly middle class and lower class people here that will help us to reform the country. Let's do that. And we have above 10 standard of living, which is best for population growth, which is extremely little, of course, with our very low population. But it is what it is. And look at that, our first tailoring workshop. Then we're gonna have to import silk, I assume, but we have still our tiny colonial trade post in India that might be useful for this. Do we have a railway actually here in... No, not yet in Jutland, but we're building our companies here in northern Norway. They're building the second one already. Seems to be very profitable. Well, if they want so, and there we go. The first luxury cloth factory has been finalized. However, okay, let's adjust then our tolls here. No tolls for exports, and then maybe low tariffs for imports, actually to protect them a little bit. That's the beauty about protectionism, as we all know these days, from the great leader in the West. And yeah, here we need to import more, I guess. So, give some subventions over here. Actually, I should have probably gone to subventions for export, but let's see, maybe it's gonna shift. Reconnaissance balloons unlocked, that's good. weather station, balloon reconnaissance and so forth. Let's do quickly the weather station. Our army I really don't care for because it is not going to anyhow fight somebody. Let's fix them realistically soon. And look at this. Oh yeah, the balance. Look at the balance diagram. Wild financial moves recently. But I feel like we're slowly getting in the again, it turned red in the moment I talked about it in the area where we feel like financially more stable. But as you know me, of course, I'm gonna lower taxes or increase the production construction as soon as we get, while talking about it, I feel like we can bear this for a bit. Okay, that's good. Yep, let's do it. Get some more construction. This is, I think this is the mod, right, that makes it so much quicker here. Cholera epidemic of 1851. Cholera, one of humanity's worst scourges, has spread to one of our cities. Dark times have begun. We must expect it to spread across the country and take its toll. Green Reapers at our doorstep, yeah, and I hope we can absolutely do something about it with... yeah, we have to wait now. We're gonna wait until the Sven Bonnie passed this one, and then we're gonna take the treatment. This is just too close right now, otherwise I would have stopped even. But no, I'm gonna wait for this. Newspapers, they said, is very expensive, right? We have a publishing industry. No, it's coming. It's coming though. How's the tailoring workshop? Yeah, but it's still expensive. Oh no, now we're getting started. Crystal glass, that's good. Do we have a glass? Oh no, we don't even have glass, so... Actually also something we should install at some point. Maybe over here. Yeah, let's do it where we have more wood. Do we have more wood here? No, yeah, a bit, but in the end it doesn't really matter. But let's do it nevertheless. It's gonna be there in some time. There's still quite some to do. How much farmers do we actually have, since it's okay, not too many unemployed, but that should be still our first mission to kind of get the unemployed into, or the farmers into proper jobs. But before that, the upper class of Zealand uses its financial resources to leave the area as quickly as possible to escape to the countryside. A lot of bribes were paid to circumvent quarantine regulations. Common people view the development with contempt. One of the characters is a follower that's killed both rich and poor alike. Let them go. Yeah, I mean, money is not bad, right? No, let's go. We're still quite unfair society. We're not yet so Hygge as we wanted to. Wait, what did we research just? Oh no, I didn't see. I just clicked it away. Was it just the glassworks? Really? Why would we have been researching in this one? We make mistakes sometimes. Let's have a quick look. What seems to be necessary? Yeah, I mean, defensive, sure, but once again, I think we're not gonna stand any real combat too soon. Too far away. 6 years is too expensive. Could go into arts. This would be definitely something for 6 years. Is all too far. So either we go into the arts section here, Central Archives, of course. Where's the research? Oh my god, we have to do more research. Let's do rotary press, since we're just building the first one, and this has been not. It's just like from events, it has this progress. We're not getting any in the meantime. Now let's do also canneries later. Yeah, let's pick up and quickly catch up here with the easy ones. Damn it, but yeah, with the universities, I feel like then we should definitely also... I mean, it's like also not that cheap having, as a small country, a couple of universities, you know. So, but nevertheless, it's an upgrade here. And they have a standard focus, right? General science. And the one we built in Jutland has humanities. Oh, good. Maybe then we should... Oh no, I mean it's the capital, Copenhagen's university. I think we have to have a general one here. let me know down in the comments if you want to see something else, or if you're from Copenhagen or studied at this one and you have a strong sentiment that, of course, we are a clear natural or mathematical technical focus. I guess the humanities just to Jutland at the moment to have them a specialization, because I don't care to grow this too much more, this university, but we'll see. And holy moly, our port's being expanded, so we can potentially export even more of the merchant marine. No, the Prussian market, come on. Talking about we're building it in... Why are you looking at the Danish market? Thank you. We're paying low subventions, right? Yeah, our fleet is already, our trading fleet is already helping over the world. You guys keep on expanding, hopefully. Yeah, well, it's okay. It's over time. I hope it's gonna get better and better. I'm quite optimistic over here. Bremen, we're not... Oh, we're gonna get involved? No, they don't want us to take over a set. In the end, it would have also just Danish-Dutch society. Wonderful, this is a good one, I guess. Oh, nice. Why the armed forces in the church, but really sick to have a +5 really helping us immediately. Pact of Nijmegen. Oh, we still have our defensive treaty. I totally forgot the one that actually can't help us. What did I want to get? Investment rights. True. True. Well, let's try this. Come on. Is it something we really want right now? I mean, yeah, slowly our pool is building up. Let's do it, come on. This gives us eventually also the possibility to invest here in the East Indies and so forth. Yes, Pact of Amsterdam, nice. We have more investment rights. Slowly, which makes me... Free company charters. What is colonization, right? I'm not 100% sure about South Cameroon. What is the advantage actually of having them doing it instead of us? Let me know down in the comments if you know that by heart. What is the... I don't want to revoke it right now. I'm doing something that I actually haven't done so far. Also with monopoly rights, I'm not 100% sure they have less competition and they can buy all things, so it's good, but is it really worth it right now? Also, your opinion is, I want your opinion over here. Shipyards, it's clear. Trade rights is, trade centers is also good. This one can be also revoked if you have already enough, but what I'm going to do is pay 100 authority extra to get the investment rights now, because now with the Dutch, strange medicine, triage, that's good. With the Dutch and investment rights, public pay despite best efforts, local government began to succumb, one of the most dangerous parts of any outbreak, panic. It is easy to think that we are above any other beast upon the earth, but strip away the veneer of reason, and you find that a man is still an animal, governed by fear and dread of an unknown tomorrow. The outbreak and spread of disease can fill the hearts of even veteran troops with terror, for who can fight a foe that cannot even see? No terror can chew at their hearts and leave them seeing enemies in every corner, and where there are enemies, there are foes to be fought. The sick man pelted with stones to keep them away. Whispers about that family that hasn't come out of their door. The quiet and honest man brings home a gun, afraid that the next knock upon the door will bring petty theft and robbery, not aid. This is not the end of the world, it is the end of delusion. Man is an animal and he's afraid. An excerpt from a news article on the outbreak of 1851 from the Ceylon Times. Mountain within. Okay, Mountaineer comes back. Yeah, is he still doing this? Oh, damn. Oh, come on, one more hit, and then we can send him to treat it from the heart of the sea. New Admiral has presented himself at the ports of Ceylon, cheerfully acclaimed by his peers. However, the nephew of Albert Vogelius has also postulated that he has most profound interest in the same title. Oh, I'm happy to give the trade union some influence. We want to have more union rights over time, so absolutely fine. That's what we're gonna do over here. Political migration. Which political scene? Dominic Balgarke, a Luddite from what? Platinian Argentinian. What are Luddites again? No. These people make a mockery of Denmark. I don't want these people here. Some absolute rando. Generous donations. Or as the citizen of Danish West Indies. Internal donations. Strengthening our church. Idea is strong enough at the moment. No, let's accept the donations of Sweden and West Indies also not that. It's good to keep the relations, I guess, good with Sweden. And I was talking so much here about the investment rights. The good thing, I think now, there we got immediately regional HQs here in Norway and in Sweden. That's good. But I really hope also for the investment that they create some in the Netherlands that are in, or here in Indonesia, and provide basically all over the place. For those who don't know, these regional HQs can use the production or the construction points of the country they're sitting in and invest there, but they pay their dividends to the main company. So we have now, they have their own HQ here in these countries, so you can have a look here in Svealand. You'll see here now an HP Möller HQ that has one port here. However, at the same time, also our main one has still possessions in Sweden as well. So yeah, I'm not sure if they're being transferred over time or something like this. This is something to be observed. Yeah, I don't know all the details of the mechanics, but more or less how they work. Apart from this, let's have the last little things. Ever-increasing influence. This sets a bad precedent. I think they're super happy right now, so we can ignore this, yes. Colorine factories. The factories must continue to run at all costs, yeah. Did we finish? Do we have for 1 year, right? In the end, this is quite... we have quite a lot already. I mean, half of them are not finished yet still. They must keep on going. There you see all these things that are... when is this? I wanted to end this episode right now in January, but I'm hoping kind of for him to finish. So we can... Guys, whatever. I'm gonna not forget about this because this is just a good moment for us after 2 years to end this very episode in January. Also, since I was withholding episodes from you and was really lazy on this one the last 2 weeks, I think I'm gonna do a second one right away tomorrow, so I won't forget so easily. On top of that, I will also probably make even also some Pentiment tomorrow. I'd like to make it up for you guys. But this depends a little bit on my mood and the situation. I hope you can forgive it to me. In the meantime, yeah, we're gonna check here on the assimilation problem. It's still here, most certainly, but let's ignore this for this playthrough. I'll try to look up solutions maybe today when I ask for help. So let's see. Guys, as always, let me know down in the comments what you think upon these various subjects or topics I brought up this episode, even though it was kind of an internal, not so crazy one. I mean, the investment rights are pretty awesome, I would say. Let me know what you think and so forth. And of course, if you haven't yet, it would be fantastic if you leave me a like and subscription to support this, my channel, this playthrough, and so you wouldn't miss any future episodes. Have a look at the mods and so forth to support also their work. It's really nice and makes the game a better game in my opinion. So thanks to the modders and your support, and then most importantly, see you next time in the next episode when we continue this one. Thanks for watching. See you then. Bye. Your Strategy Wolf.